Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Nasdaq with Elliott Wave Theory. Today again we're going to be starting the analysis from the lows of 10.6k around the 13th of October. Since then again we had quite a few different ideas for this scenario or this structure here, but let's go through them. We have 5 different counts here to be shown here. The impulse waves are regarding this, and the 2 bearish ones and the 3 wave done are considered about these. So the first one would be this, where we had this as an ABC into a wave W. Wave W just based on the structure and the fact that this here has already taken out the highs here. So we can't have an impulse wave coming down from here. So instead we would have to have this as an expanded flat. We don't take or go beyond the 2.618, which would be the maximum we want any flat or expanded flat to go. We're going to be looking into the wave C here later on, but this is still looking decent as is. The other bearish scenario is indeed having the wave W in here instead of here, so it doesn't really matter overall. Those both are targeting the wave Y a bit higher, so that would be around here. Let's see, around 12.4k. That would be taking out the liquidity that we have here, which I'm sure there is stops beyond here, and again that would be the same support area here. We have taken out some liquidity here for sure with this week, which drove us down quite a bit, but again I'm sure there is more to be grabbed if we want to be pushing this again down. Overall high time frame idea was that this could be a start of something here coming down, and then this would be a correction of some sort and then continuation to the downside. That is one possibility as well. So that's why we are still thinking that this is definitely a possibility where we are going to go up higher now. The other scenario is that instead going higher and taking anything that we have left here, we would be just going down after a retracement, something like this. So how we would establish that is having this as a WXY. It is not the best looking higher time frame WXY. Sure, we do get to one of the targets that we have, 1.236, but the subway structure that we have here as an ABC does not even hit the 0.61. It's making this less and less likely overall. So keep that in mind if you're still preferring this. We did not hit this target, which is generally something that is hit on any 3-way move. So that, at least for me, makes it less and less likely. Let's check out the smaller time frames. So let's go to 15-minute time frame and taking a look at what we have here from the highs. This is again the 12.35k high around 13th of December. Since then we have a few different options here overall. One of them would be that we had this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then looking for 5th. It's not really best looking structure here on RSI, but if we want to be labeling it down and ending it down here, this is definitely one of the scenarios I would be kind of liking. Yeah, but that's that. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is very hard to say that this is a ending diagonal with this in mind, because here we would have 3-way structure. I think this looks very good as a 3-way structure, but I'm not quite sure how I would be labeling this, because again this should be a 3-way structure as well. I don't think this is very likely as a scenario. I do think that we would have to say that we have some kind of a connector wave in here, these very small structures, so this would be something like that instead. But again, that has to be kind of forced in here. The reason why I went long here again on Nasdaq was these double divergences that we had. This here, this here, and it definitely felt like it was pretty decent look. We had a very low RSI here, which again had the potential of giving us information that, okay, it has the potential of having another wave 1 downwards. Again, this is an alteration of this other impulse, where instead of wave 4 being in here, we would shift it here, and this would give us a wave 1 downwards. At the moment, that is still possible. However, it's getting less likely as we have taken out so much time in here to be creating this potential wave 2. The reason why I was expecting an extended wave 5 is just because, again, we did not have extension, divergence between the third and fifth here. We can see that it has been taken out, removed by this structure over here, this massive dump that we had. And yeah, that is the reason why I was expecting wave 1 here. Of course, the other scenario is that wave 5 is indeed here, and we would be creating some kind of wave 2 on higher time frame in here. At the moment, I feel like I might prefer that one, just based on the time it took to create this structure already. So 1-to-1 is here. Generally, we don't want to be using that much time or more than this in time for the wave 2. But again, there's no rules about it. This definitely feels like three waves, and as we have taken out the lows or the origin of that potential structure, it makes it look like that this is going to be an expanded structure, something like this, where we might target some of these structure or some of these targets here. So let's take a look where we could be expecting this. 1.236 does not even take out the highs here, so nor does this 1.382. Maybe something like this, 11.187 and 11.260 would be the areas that I would be looking for shorts. This is again, let's check out some confluence for that as well here. So let's make this go in red. The issue that I have with this area here is that it is so small in comparison to this first structure. If this is not a ABC structure and it turns out to be a wave 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 5, then it is going to be very extended. It's going to be very extended. Again, 2.618 is the maximum for expanded flats. So again, that would be giving us here 11.571, which would be actually pretty good in the sense of this retracement if it is indeed a wave 2. So that would be getting us pretty close to the 0.5 retracement here. So yeah, 11.606. Maybe that is something to do, or maybe that has some potential to it. We'll see. Of course, nothing is for sure. I'm still going to stay on long side here because again, this looks pretty decent as at least to the 1-to-1 extension. I think there is again liquidity up in here, which definitely wants to be taken out. So there is a potential of going short around here, taking out this liquidity. There's going to be most likely some kind of wick here to be filling this, if we are indeed taking out here. So be careful if you want to be going short. Of course, there is a short opportunities later on, and the possibility of this just going up and up and to the 1.618. At this point, again, my preference is that this is going to turn into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like this. But we'll see, of course, how that turns out. At the moment, we definitely have possibility here of having this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is already a possibility where this is going to turn out itself into that 1-to-1 extension target. But only time will tell, and we'll see how that turns out. Channeling, this would be Tuesday midday for me, so it would be off market hours. Where this channel at least would be predicting this 1-to-1 in time and a 1-to-1 in price. If that happens, then I'm possibly looking for short setups here myself. Probably going to be having a very tight stop loss here though, because if that turns out and goes through, I can definitely see us going very much more higher here before we are going to drop down again. Overall, my bias is still short. But again, I'm still on the short from the wave 2 here on S&P 500, and again the longs from here on Nasdaq. It doesn't really matter which one you're going to be using, but this is the ones that I currently have opened. But I think that is going to do it for today. Again, markets opens just tomorrow. Nothing is going to be happening today, so maybe this is going to be just helping you out, getting some of the biases for tomorrow's trading. But yeah, that is going to do it for today. If you made it this far into the video, again, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye.